The Joe Rogan Experience.
So you've been out here now. You went to the UFC event, and then you did some training at AKA. Like when you are outside of camp, say like whenever your fight is scheduled, how much? What kind of training are you doing when you're not in camp? Are you mixing it up now and trying to do a lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of BJJ?
When I'm not in camp, what I do, so my conditioning trainer, Valentino Gargiulo, he follow me everywhere. He's with me today. And we just train strength, conditioning, because before, that was my weakness, the condition.
Yeah.
I used to knock everybody out at the first round. So I never trained my condition. I never took it very serious because I used to knock people out at the first round. So when I did my first 5 rounds, I was like, wow, damn, the condition is so important. So that's why I'm training a lot, strength for sure, conditioning, and also when I don't have a kickboxing fight planned, I train BJJ, I train wrestling, MMA, and it's a completely different condition. It's crazy when you wrestle with a guy and then you get up and you're trying to strike.
You're exhausted.
Yeah.
Your arms are filled with blood.
You don't feel nothing
Your
anymore.
legs.
Yeah. It's very crazy.
Now, what kind of strength and conditioning are you doing? And how often are you doing it? Like, say, if you're preparing for a fight, how many days a week do you do strength and conditioning?
When I'm preparing for a fight, every day.
Every day.
Every day. It's not, of course, it's not the same training, but every day I see Valentino and we train together. Yeah, every day. I train more conditioning and strength more than kickboxing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have a trainer in kickboxing.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
People doesn't believe me when I say that, but
You train yourself.
I train myself.
That's insane.
I have, of course, my friend in France who hold meats for me. For sure, I can hold meat for myself. He hold meat for me, and we just talk together. We just plan a game plan together for a fight. We just talk. I'm my own coach,
That is crazy.
I never had a coach.
To be at your level,
to
be your own coach. You've never had a coach?
No, of course I had a
Guys
first.
who teach you.
He teach me. After that, he couldn't teach me anymore because of his job, when I was young, and then I just moved from to countries to learn, and then came back in France, Paris, and I just trained myself.
That is insane. How many world champions just train themselves?
I think nobody.
How do you do that? That sounds crazy. But why didn't you get another coach?
I don't know, because I didn't find a coach who can just teach me. I really don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why I didn't found a new coach. I don't know. Because,
have you thought about making any trips to Holland or to Thailand?
You know Bordeaux in France?
Sure.
Yeah. So I was raised there. That's where I started kickboxing. I started with Full Contact. You know Full Contact?
Sure.
Rick Rufus was my first idol.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was watching Rick Rufus.
His brother
every
Duke
day.
is one of the big coaches in MMA.
Yeah, his
today.
name is his brother.
Duke Rufus.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a friend of mine. He's great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's out of Milwaukee. He has Rufus Sport.
Yeah. So when I started Full Contact, I was watching all the fight of Rick Rufus.
The Jet.
Especially Rick Rufus against Rob Kaman. The first and the second was crazy.
Yeah.
Rick Rufus against Ernesto Oost, Full Contact fight.
Yeah.
So after my first coach couldn't teach me anymore, I just flew to Amsterdam because of Kaman. In my mind I was thinking about, okay, where is the best kickboxer in the planet? Holland. So I went to Holland. Majero Gym was famous because of Rob Kaman, because of Remy Bojanski.
Sure.
And I went to Majero Gym. I trained there maybe 2 years. I was flying Bordeaux, Amsterdam during 2 years. And the coach was Andre Manard. He taught me a lot, I learned a lot there. And when I figured out that I couldn't learn anymore else in Medjugorje, I just went to Belgium because I met Samir Majoubi. He's a very, very great coach. For me, he's the best coach I never had.
Well, why wouldn't you spend your camps with him then?
Why?
Yeah.
Because we meet each other at an event in France, and then I saw one of his fighter. He was fighting, and then when I saw his technique, his condition, he was, his first round was looking the same at his fifth round. It was crazy, a very, very high level condition. His name is Mohamed Ndouf. Was very crazy, and I say that's like this I want to fight.
Right.
He was so technical, and I say that's what like this I want to fight. I went to Belgium in Brussels, and I trained with him. Also 2 years I was driving Paris, Brussels, 2 years. During 2 years I trained with him, and that's with Samir that I won my first belt against Nicky Holsken. If you watch my fight before Nicky Holsken and the fight against Nicky Holsken, it's completely two different fighters.
So why don't you do your camps with him now?
Now, because he lives in Brussels.
Oh, because it's too hard to get to Brussels.
Yeah, it's too hard.
Yeah.
I can't anymore do that. So that's why I left Samir. But Samir is still in my corner when I fight.
Ah.
He just come, but I don't train anymore with Samir.
So there's no one in Paris?
No.
Or in Bordeaux that you can...
For me, the best trainer, the best school is in Brussels, the Queensberry gym. And I never found another team with that kind of level. So I cannot train with any coach, and I just train myself. My friend hold meets for me. I train with Valentino, the conditioning training.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was more important than the kickboxing. Everybody know how to kickbox now. We know how to kickbox, but the difference will be make with the condition for me.
That's interesting. There's a thought process that follows those lines in MMA, and it's Marv Marinovich and this guy Nick Curson, and they've only trained a few fighters, but they've had very high levels of success because of their conditioning. And what they say is that you already know how to fight. So just let's concentrate on the conditioning. Let's get your conditioning to a super high level, and that when you're fighting, you can just go.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I say every time when I give advices to people. They say, "What should I train? This technique." I say, "Listen, between two fighters in the same level, the same experience, what's gonna make the difference? The condition in the fight. If you fight 1, 2, 3 rounds and then you fucked up, you're gonna lose the fight.
Right.
But if you fight 5 rounds and even if you're not good enough technically, you're gonna win the fight for sure,
because you don't get tired.
Yeah, that's right.